It's still doing it.
Okay. That's the. Okay, we're recording. Oh, I need to do one more thing. Well, after all that, welcome. I'm Thomas Brickner. I'm the instructor for this class, Astronomy 2002. This is not helpful. Boy, 9:15, this is insane. Okay, go back to desktop. All right, let's turn these things off. Here we go. So as I said, I'm Thomas Brickner. We have a very limited agenda for today. We're going to look at some demonstrations up here. You saw us getting it started. We're going to go over the syllabus. You'll have a little bit of reading homework. And at the end of class, I'll give you the assignment. Pretty easy. And if you... Can you adjust the lights so that they're a little bit darker in front here? Yeah, down here. So let's get started with introductions. Here's the spelling of my name, Brueckner, a little bit more light. They need to take notes. It's a German name. It's infinitely misspellable and infinitely mispronounceable. It's pronounced Brickner, like bricks. If you feel like you're going to blow it and mispronounce my name, it's okay to call me Dr. B. That's traditionally what students refer to me as, so that'll work. I have a PhD in theoretical astrophysics, mainly the theory of relativity, Einstein's theory of relativity. So my research area has included black holes, quantum field theory, the early universe, or as they say, the Big Bang theory. We'll be talking about all that stuff, and when I'm teaching you the basics of the planetary system, the solar system, I've always got that in the back of my mind. I'm always thinking about how does it relate to black holes and stuff, and believe it or not, it does. Some of the stuff I'm doing lately is a mathematical theory of information. Our TA here is, Jenny, go ahead and stand up. Our able TA. She's a grad student, a GTA, and this is her second year at UCF, and she studies numerical modeling of asteroid impacts. So if you want to know about disasters, just check in with Jenny. So this is an artist's rendition of the Chicxulub impact 65 million years ago, they say, an asteroid or a comet that smashed directly into the Yucatan Peninsula. Here it is up here. Let me get my cursor over here. Just ripped a big hole in the Yucatan Peninsula. And in the process, they think, extinguished many species of dinosaurs. It's what they think what killed off the dinosaurs. So Jenny's, Now, you may, this is an astronomy class, so you may be asking yourself why you're here. And the answer to that is you're here because of the GEP program, the General Ed program. I had you going there. Science Foundation E1. And there's our course description. Descriptive survey of solar system, galaxies, and universe. Physical properties of star. HR diagrams, stellar evolution, black holes, and neutron stars. And we'll have a week for supernova and neutron stars next to last week of the semester. And then the very last week of the semester will be black holes week. And I'll be teaching you all about that stuff like nobody else at UCF can do. So there's your course description. And if you are not in the right class right now, if you're a newbie freshman, and you came into the wrong lecture hall, go ahead and head on out. I won't mind. But if you're here for Astronomy 2002, welcome. And this is our task. Now, we're going to go, I'm going to stop the podcast or the recording, which is why I'm all mic'd up. We're going to be putting all the lectures on YouTube so you can study them at your leisure and stuff, especially if you miss class. We're going to do some demonstrations, Jenny and I up here. I'm going to pause the lecture for a few minutes. We're going to be looking at light sources, and I want you to take notes. This is real science that we're going to be doing. And we're going to be measuring time. So let me pause the recording. Get my cursor back. Come on, cursor. There we go. A measuring stick, a meter stick, or with a pendulum, or with a balance. Very few things, thermometer. So let's continue here. The pendulum is about time, our most basic time measuring device. And I mentioned that the pendulum, time itself, becomes really interesting at the event horizon of a black hole. The point of no return, where if you cross that line, you get sucked in. Not even the strongest rocket can get you out of it. Not even light can escape. That's why it's called a black hole. That's called the event horizon. And right there at the event horizon, as you'll learn in the last week of class, space and time start doing a very interesting dance. And you know how we know about it? Because of spectra. We can see red shifts, what we call a red shift and a blue shift, in the spectra of various elements around stars that we can observe if we aim our telescopes in the right direction. We've got several objects that we think are black holes, and we know what they're doing in various ways because we look at the spectra. The spectrum changes. As those light measurements start going in their strange dance, so do the spectra. And we're going to tie it all together. We're going to talk about stars and planets and spectra and ions and isotopes and meteorites and everything and stars and the surface temperature of stars. And at the very end, we're going to bring it all together when we talk about black holes. All right, so these two sets of demonstrations start the semester and end the semester. Now, I want to ask you, does anybody have a clicker? An iClicker with them today? Anybody bring this? Okay, we're going to do an iClicker session right now. And this is your iClicker. This is a practice question. A Chuck Norris question. I'm still logged in here. Okay. So let me give you the scoop here. Let's see this one. Let's get the iClicker session going. Astronomy. All right. And go ahead and switch to... wait a minute. No, keep it at that. Multiple choice. Okay. Now, oh boy. Change to base frequency, change it to the desktop. DA. So hold the power button down on your clicker till it flashes, and then type in D and A. And that'll be our frequency. Okay, then you'll get a message that says go nitro, and then you'll be able to click. And what I want you to click, okay, let's go back to the laptop, is this highly scientific Chuck Norris question. Okay, so see if you can figure out which of these is most important. And I actually know the correct answer. Uh-oh, it says closed. Anybody else say closed. That is not supposed to be, oh, I know. I have to close this thing. Hold on a second. They give us this new software every semester. Here we go. Okay, go ahead and vote. Yay. Now, when you get a vote, you click in A, B, C, D, or E. You'll get a check mark. When you get the check mark, that means I've read it. Now, nobody's signed up yet with iClicker, but your clicker will work. Okay? So, all right, 13, 14, 5 seconds to vote. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, let me stop this. You're going to be doing this eventually.
Awesome.
All right, now here's the results chart. Go ahead and switch over to desktop. Okay, so it looks like, what? People voted for Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, but Jack still couldn't dodge Chuck Norris's roundhouse kick. Good. But of course, see there's one vote over here for E. That's not even an option. Okay, switch over to the... But secretly, I'll just tell you, that was me. Because I know that this is the true answer. That he's famous for all these things and more. So anyways, bring your iClick, get yourself an iClicker for the semester, and bring it on Thursday, and we'll do a couple more practice questions like we did. And I'll show you how to use it and stuff. We'll be using them every day. All right, iClicker 2. The kind with the display screen on the top. All right, now I want it. No, we're done with that. I see your question in the back. Go ahead.
I was just wondering when you're going to publish a class on web courses.
Publish the class on web courses?
Yeah, it's not like
Probably tonight.
okay.
Yeah, I know, it's still kind of waiting. Yes?
What book do we need
Books?
for the class?
Books? Astronomy books? Yeah, so you want to look at the syllabus now? We got it. That's our next thing. Let's talk about the syllabus. How about that? First topic, the textbook is free. So you're right on the money. Why are you clapping? Here, let me give out this one. Don't you hate that expensive text? You just take one and pass it back. Just take one, pass it back. Send them across and we got to send them back. Yeah, we'll go to them. Jersey, where you are? Yeah, so what you really want to do is look at the textbook. It's free, and it's hurry up, send them across. Take one and send them across. Okay, up in the box it says textbook. It gives you a little web address. Yeah, it's free. It's pretty good too. It's equivalent to the ones that people sell for like $140. So I figure you guys are $140 richer is about a minute ago. Question? Who needs something? Who needs a syllabus? Okay. You still have some back in the day? Yeah, just kind of swirling around. Yeah, so OpenStax is our textbook, and it's pretty nice. And it's free. I started using it last semester. This is what the website looks like. So, yeah, the search function works pretty nicely. And just so you know, I've been trying to add a chapter or page reference to my lecture slides for every lecture. Yeah, go ahead and take those. Who doesn't have a syllabus yet? Okay, just a few. All right, so when we're going through lecture slides, starting Thursday, I'll have, like page 37 or chapter 3, part 3, or something like that. So that'll clue you in where to read in the book and stuff. And it's a pretty good book. All right. Now, I actually need one of those, Miss Jenny. Let's talk about the rest of the syllabus. We have about 15 minutes. We'll do as much as we can, and then we'll finish it up on Thursday. Let's bring these lights up, because we don't really need a screen for this stuff. Okay, here we go. Accommodations. University of Central Florida is committed to providing reasonable accommodations for all persons with disabilities. Dr. Brickner, that's me, shares this same commitment. Students with disabilities who need accommodations must be registered with Student Accessibility Services, SAS, which is over in Farrell Commons, room 185. Phone numbers are there. And you have to do that before requesting accommodations from me for exams. Students who are registered with SAS and need accommodations in Astronomy 2002 must contact Dr. Brickner at the beginning of the semester to discuss needed accommodations. No accommodations will be provided until the student has met with the professor to request accommodations. We will use the night's access system. So if that applies to you, we have, many students every semester. So if that applies to you, get the paperwork rolling. And I've already gotten some from SAS. But if you haven't gotten your paperwork rolling, get it going, and we'll need that before the first midterm exam, which is coming up in a few weeks. All right. Questions about that? Okay. And just so you know, just to reemphasize, we do it every semester. It works good. So we have a pretty good setup. All right, grades. We'll skip down to the grade file, grade scale. Actually, right above that is the work that you're going to be doing, class participation with clickers. We'll talk about clickers on Friday. Just get one and bring it to class on Friday, or Thursday, I should say. Class participation, that's iClicker. Homework in web courses is going to be pretty basic. Everybody should get 15 out of 15 on that. Best two, we're going to have 3 midterms. We'll take the best 2, drop the lowest, if you take all 3, and then the final exam, 100 points. So a total of 240, and then the grade scale goes by points. So 216 points or more at semester's end, you have an A. 180 points or more at the end of the semester, you have a B. 144 points or more, you have a C. Half the points, 120, that's passing, it's a D, but below that is failing. All right. And just so you know, I don't grade on a curve. I just don't do that. All right. So my philosophy is to write a challenging but basic test, and I never have to curve grades, so don't expect it. Don't even ask me about it. That's why it's in boldface. Questions about grades? Yes. The iClicker, bookstore. Who bought one in the last day or two? Where did you buy it? Okay, bookstore. Yeah, the bookstore's got them. But make sure it's the iClicker 2. It has see this rectangular screen? Okay, you got to have that. Because you're on exams and stuff, you guys are going to be making some basic calculations. You're going to be typing in some numbers, like 4.3 or something like that for an answer, and you're going to click it through to the clicker system, and it's going to be great. So that's what I do. You've been in my class before.
Yeah, physical science.
Nice. Welcome.
Thank you.
Who's been in my physical science class? Anybody else? That's good. All right. Yeah, so get iClicker 2, and we'll keep practicing with it and stuff. All right. By the way, I will put a PDF of the full syllabus on web courses. This is just the first half of the syllabus, what you got now. I'll put a full syllabus in PDF in web courses, hopefully before Thursday. Question? We're not going anywhere. Why are you putting your books away? No. I know that trick. No, we're not done yet. Go ahead. Are the exams on iClicker? The answer is partially. I usually have, 50-point tests, like maybe 42 Scantron questions and like 3, 4 clicker questions that count for 2 or 3 points because they're more deluxe questions. All right, let's talk about, we got a lot to talk about. We'll talk about some more on Friday. Exam schedule. That's the second page. Nice big letters. All the midterms are on Tuesdays, but the final exam is on Thursday. And unfortunately, 7 a.m. Oh my goodness. This is 2 semesters in a row I've had a 7 a.m. final. Oh man, I tell you what. Okay, now let me read this set of paragraphs up here because it's kind of important. This examination schedule is like a contract. We will stick to it now that you have it. It's a contract. There are so many students in this section, we keep everything simple. And so for that reason, there's no makeup exams, no early exams, no late exams. Only exams on this schedule. All right? So that means 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. on those 3 Tuesdays, and then 7 to 9:50 a.m. on the final. All right? Each midterm exam is a Tuesday, so you have the preceding weekend to prepare. So that's pretty nice. Students, be forewarned. You must be on time for each examination. A student cannot take the examination and must receive a 0 if he or she arrives late and after the first student in the lecture hall turns in the exam. This applies to midterm exams and to the final. All right, so if you come in and one person has already turned in their exam, you're toast. You won't be getting the test. You biffed it. And if you do it on the final, you're really toast. And, what are we supposed to do? You just got to be on time. That's the basic expectation. Basic instructions before leaving Earth, be on time. All right? Or you're going to... And we failed. I hate to say it, but a couple guys failed last semester because they couldn't get to the final on time. And the students had already left. That's it. All right? So be forewarned. You ain't going to get a break. You just got to be on time. So do not, if you're a freshman, do not oversleep. Do not let the dog eat your alarm clock or any of those weird excuses that only freshmen come up with. All right? Now, you guys that are upperclassmen, you're much more mature and everything like that. So I know that'll never happen to anybody up the sophomores and above, but anyways. All right, next paragraph. At UCF, academics comes first. Attendance at exams is mandatory. There will be no makeup exams. University excused absences exist only for religious observances, intercollegiate activities and athletics, and university verified family or medical emergency. Okay, so mainly that's like either you're in the hospital or there's a hurricane. Now, last semester, we had a big, massive excused absence for the hurricane because it came the day before our first midterm, so it really blew up the test schedule. But we recovered. But otherwise, so we won't be having any hurricanes this semester, hopefully. Now, weddings, plane tickets that your parents got at Priceline.com do not count as legitimate excuses. So tell your parents now, you're busting out of here for the summer. It's after April 26th, 9:50 p.m., not before. All right, tell them right now. All right? Because if you do, it's toast. Plan your semester accordingly, and if you know that you will not be able to make all the examinations, you should drop the course now, take it during another semester. Ooh, it says during spring semester. That should be fall semester or summer. It is physics department policy that making up missed work will only be permitted for university-sanctioned activities and bona fide medical or family reasons. Authentic justifying documentation must be provided in every case and in advance for university-sanctioned activities. So if you're in like the debate team or baseball or women's rowing or something, your coach or your advisor will give you something called a program verification sheet. Okay, you give that to me, and then you'll have an excused absences. It's still going to count as a 0. That's going to be your dropped exam, but it will be excused. And so let's finish the rest of this paragraph here. Okay, at the discretion of this paragraph and the one before it are in all physics courses. At the discretion of the instructor, the makeup may take any reasonable and appropriate form, including but not limited to the following: a replacement exam, replacing a missed work with the same score as a later exam, allowing a dropped exam, replacing the missed work with the homework or a quiz average. Now, I bold-faced and underlined allowing a dropped exam. Emphasize that on your paper. Put a star next to it or something, because that is what we do. So even if you have an excused absence, for Passover or for an athletic road trip or something like that, it's excused, but it's going to be your dropped exam. And usually people won't need more than one. And most of you will be here for all of them. So that's good. We usually have 80% or higher attendance for all three. So any cheating that I detect on exams will be punishable by no less than a 0 on the examination in question and up to and including expulsion from UCF. We busted a couple guys last semester. So just don't do it. Using another student's iClicker in their absence is cheating too. So we busted a couple guys doing that. So just use your iClicker and tell your roommate, dude, you got to come to class. I'm not going to get busted, so you can sleep in. All right. Now, next time we're going to have a few more procedures like homework, etc. We're also going to talk about Galileo and Kepler. So that'll be regular astronomy concepts. And we'll have a few clicker questions to practice with. And then you'll have a homework between now and... I'll try to get it ready by supper time tonight. Homework 0 inside web courses. And that'll be your attendance exam, your attendance quiz that the federal government requires. So that's your homework. And then read up at our free textbook on Galileo and Kepler. And I'll see you guys Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't nobody leave. Send the, sit down in that shit. Send the diffraction grating. He was giving me a head fake. Send the diffraction grating to the aisle. And we'll come, and then you guys at the aisle, bring them down here to the front. So collect from your row and then you can be dismissed. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm going to have to really be careful with this clicking.
Office hours this semester, we're going to have a class during the period you have on the syllabus at 9:30 to 10:30.
No, but
If need be, by appointment, could it possibly be set up?
possibly.
I mean,
But
I don't usually, so just in case.
yeah, or catch me.
Okay.
You know,
Well, thank you very much.
track me down like Chinatown. Yeah.
All right.
When I registered, it was under a different teacher, so I just want to make sure I'm in the right class. It said it was like deep lit.
Ooh, that's section 1. And this is section. This is it's not published yet. You're in my section now, because this is section 2. Oh, you know what? That's right. He did originally have this, I think, this section, and then they switched him to Monday, and then they put somebody else in the Monday section. So I think you're good. This is section 2. So
This is like an intro class, right?
intro, yeah, right.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm in the right class.
Yeah. Yes, it's the right class.
Okay.
It's a GEP class.
When like you said your name, I was like, that's not the one that I
Yeah,
saw.
no, they changed. It's always like that. The guy in the Monday section got parachuted in like last week. So it's always like that.
Okay,
So
I'm in
anyways,
the
you're
right
good.
class.
You're
All right,
good.
thank you.
Hi.
How did you say we're going to use Scantron? What color Scantron?
It's a raspberry colored Scantron. And we're going to go over that on Thursday. So yeah, the ones you get in the SGA office.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
I have the reef folding, like the app that goes with the iClicker.
Yeah, and we're not doing that. Yeah. I know, because the reason although,
Could I borrow someone's clicker? Because I know someone that has a clicker.
yeah, you can. But you're going to have to register it in web courses. And, there's a little page for it, and then you'll be good. Yeah. So if he's not using it Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock, you're good.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
You said you wanted it by next class, the clicker. Is that
Yeah, if you can.
okay? Because I have one, but it's like February, and my mom's coming on Thursday night though, so I'll have it for next week Tuesday.
Okay, that's your. Yeah, we're not doing official class participation
Okay, that's what I was worried
until next Thursday.
about. Okay, sounds good.
So you're going to be good. But we're going to click. People are going to be practicing, so we'll have a couple Chuck Norris questions or something, or,
I've used it before.
Justin Bieber fan club, or, so you like Justin Bieber then? Because you smiled when I said his name. No. Anyway, so you're good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to introduce myself. My name is John Solano. I want to apologize for coming in late and disrupting your class.
John,
Yes, sir.
I didn't even notice. I saw you back there, but I didn't notice he came in late. And I didn't even start on time, not even close. It was
The
just,
class started at 9:30, not 9. I won't be making that mistake.
yeah, 9:30. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes usually. So
Thank you very much. My other question was, I did come in obviously late, and so everyone kind of.
Ooh, wait a minute. I'm recording all this.